Hi guys, welcome back to another chapter day series. So today we're reading 2 Samuel 24, which is the last chapter for 2 Samuel. So we've made so much progress. We started from Numbers and now we're going to start reading First Kings. Anyways, 2 Samuel chapter 24. Previously in 2 Samuel, we talked about the Philistines and their journey, which is basically from, the beginning of Samson to Samuel, Saul, David, the battles until they were finally killed. So today, 2 Samuel chapter 24 is 25 verses, which is pretty short, I guess. So it's basically talking about the final limit for the Israelites and how God punished them with a plague, and David was extremely vulnerable of his emotions. So the Israelites are basically having this kind of like lukewarm relationship with God, and they're idolizing their prophets and worshiping gods, and it's just a whole mess. The whole chapter just basically portrays how the Israelites slowly drifted from God, and their relationship and communication with God, got a lot more weak as the proceeded, because looking back at the time of Moses, God would actually communicate with Moses, communicate with the Israelites, but as they got more exposure, their faith decreased and they drifted away from God, because they're basically having this incentive that, we have our own power, everything we do revolves around our strength and power. In the sense, they had faith in themselves. So yeah, they drifted away from God, and David is just feeling really bad about it. And in an ideal sense, it's not basically David's fault. The Israelites have always had the tendency to, want to, get eloped by miracles. So they love seeing miracles. They love getting results quickly. They didn't always want to come to God. They always wanted to go to the leaders instead of God. So they had that potential to, worship gods and idolize people. But David is just shocked that, it was during his ruling period that the Israelites were more weak, because everybody around David, they were just hating him, because he wasn't like Saul or the previous people after Moses. So people didn't really like him. So he was different, and everybody just wanted to kill him. His own sons, other tribes of people, they were just all at David. But anyways, that's all for this chapter. And for me, I just feel like the whole book of Second Samuel, it's just basically talking about how the Israelites got more lukewarm as Christians and having a relationship with God, and this was because of the exposure. And I think that's the same thing happening with us now. The more we grow, the more we get more exposure and learn new things, the less we are to come closer to God or try to have a relationship with God, or have more faith in God, because we just get overwhelmed by everything and believe that having these things is really all that we need. So yeah, that's what happened to the Israelites, and it also showed how the leaders also fell to idolism, because the Israelites loved to worship them, and I guess the praises got overwhelming, that they forgot about God, and decided to just live on the praises they got from the Israelites. And yeah, also talks about idolism and temptation. So that's basically all for this book and chapter. It was a very interesting chapter. It was long, there were 24 chapters, but it was interesting because they were more story based. Well, that's all for today, and I hope you're doing fine and staying alright. Please, please, please accept God as your personal Lord and Saviour before it's too late. I don't know when the world is ending, but it's better to accept God now than to be too late. Okay, bye.